we're just going to mess around with what I think to be a very sizable oversight / exploit type thing that's in the game right now. If someone had used this at the EU4 LAN party, it would have been patched or fixed in some way within a day. Like, it's ridiculous, I think. So I'm calling this the Unknown Overlord. Let's say you want to play as Japan, and you don't want to have to do it by conquest, so you choose to play as Ashikaga. And the game plan as Ashikaga is to just wait, basically, for the daimyos to get strong enough. Once they have enough provinces, you can attack them, and then you can eventually form Japan. But there's a much more fun way of playing Japan. Let's just say that, like, this is, you know, we have a lot of daimyos, a lot of subjects, but there's not enough of them, though. Like, we want more. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go and we want to get our development up. So we're going to have everyone contribute to the capital from smallest income to largest income, so we can get our capital developed as much as possible. This destroys their development at a rate of 2 to give us 1, but it also makes us stronger. So now, suddenly, Kyoto is a 16 base tax province. Our income goes up a bit. Beyond that, also, I just think that it's fair to say that we deserve all of the trade money, because, you know, we're the overlords. So you all can just be mad, that's fine. I'm going to take every single nation's trade power. Now, every single person's disloyal, so you might assume that that means that they're all going to rebel and attack you. But that's not what happens. They won't attack you. Doesn't matter if they're disloyal, is my experience. Especially because there are some buttons we can press. Number one is we're going to take 3 diplomatic reputation. We're going to lose some legitimacy for this. We're also going to take 5% reduced liberty desire. And then we are going to do sword hunt. We don't really care about the troops that they could provide. So we're going to force their force limit down. Base force limit in the game is 6, -3 if you're subject nation. This takes another 2. So they only have 1 force limit when you click this, plus their development. So they have to have 10 development to have a force limit of 2. This basically makes them all demilitarize, and it's going to keep everyone loyal. So you just take all the clicks, you know, screw your legitimacy, it doesn't matter. Now, that was fun. I want to do that more. Let's go get some more subjects, shall we? So we're going to go ahead and improve relations with somebody over here so we can get some military access and stuff. Let's say maybe I don't know, Orissa. Let's get some military access from Orissa. Let's auto transport our army over to Orissa. And then let's let some time pass, right? We're gonna get a whole bunch of spam. People are gonna say like, "Hey, marry me! No, marry me! No, marry me! No, marry me!" The only thing we care about that our daimyos are gonna do is if they declare war. Unlike regular vassals, daimyos can declare war on themselves, which is fun. The Hunger Games in Japanese island. And I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna stay at peace just long enough so that we can have our subjects declare internal wars. And by having them declare internal wars, we can make them commit Sudoku. Obviously, it's not Sudoku, it's seppuku or something like that, but we're going to call it Sudoku because it's funny. Yamana has declared the conquest of Amago. So anytime you see one of your daimyo declare war, you just sort by name, find that country, and then you force them to commit seppuku, which gives us 5 times their new ruler's monarch skills in monarch power. It always gives you points even if they have no heir, but if you want, you can go check to see what their heir is. So we get 10 admin, 10 dip, and 15 mil. So for those very small numbers of monarch points, we're going to make him to commit Sudoku, because we need points. Shiba has declared their offensive war. So Shiba, with his 155, nice military points. I need you to commit Sudoku. Yep, showing off an exploit. Is this an achievement run? Nope. I think it's an exploit. I consider it to be an exploit. It feels very exploity to me. Osakawa has declared an offensive war. Time for you to commit Sudoku. So if you can't do it because they have liberty desire, you just temporarily disable divert trade, then make them commit Sudoku, then turn divert trade back on. So now we're going to do something pretty unlike me, right? Uswegi has declared an offensive war. Uswegi, I need you to commit Sudoku. Why have we massed 15 troops over here? We're black flagged. Oh no, what are we gonna do? Well, it's pretty easy. We've done this in recent campaigns as well. No longer black flagged. Now, the actual, like, reasoning for the stream title is about to become it's about to become apparent. Simply march into India. Oh, just wait, just wait. There's more to it than this, right? I'm not the first person to think, I might be able to attack other people, right? That's a thing. Like, everyone's probably figured out that this is a thing you can do. But there is a second level to it that I think maybe I did find something kind of special. We did a no CB war. We picked up aggressive expansion. So Vijayanagar's got negative 45 opinion. But this is the reason for the stream title. If you read the stream title, Vijayanagari attitude towards Ashikaga is unknown. Because Vijayanagar can't see Japan. He doesn't know we exist. So his attitude is unknown. When your attitude is unknown, you cannot join a coalition. How do they know of you? Well, the people that we're at war with, they know of us because we're at war. So they have an actual outraged attitude towards us because they can see our capital. But here's the thing. If we continuously attack India and we never take any land in India ourselves, no one will know we exist, which is the name of the stream title, The Unknown Overlord, the Secret Shogun Swarm. To this guy, and he knows we exist. It's a war of aggression. We're going to force him to be our vassal as soon as he'll accept. Madurai has now also declared war on Venad. That saves us from having to declare more no CB wars. I mean, we would still do it if we had to, but it just makes it a little bit easier. The only drawback to being at war offensively is that your subjects can't attack each other if they're allies in the same war, so you don't get to do as much Sudoku. And Sudoku's pretty fun, right? The secondary participant, Kola Thunad, will accept becoming our subject. So we take all of his money, we make him a subject, we get 8 aggressive expansion for it. But again, as per the stream title, this is we are the Unknown Overlord. Because I didn't take the land, none of the AI nearby can click on the province to see my capital. They just know there's a guy here, his name is Kolathonad. And then when they go to talk to Kolathonad, he's like, yeah, I have an overlord. No, I don't know who he is. I know who he is, you don't know who he is. And you'll never know who he is, because I'm never going to take land in India. So they're never going to know who I am, which means that we can do whatever the fuck we want in India, and they cannot join the coalition. And, because we're forced vassalizing, if they get declared on by people like this, for example, we get to come in as the Unknown Overlord and defend them. We become the Overlord, which means that we assume control of his wars, which means that we are now defending him. We are still the Unknown Overlord because we've taken no land in India. Now, the subjects themselves are going to be a little bit pissy because we're forced vassalizing, so it doesn't hurt to at least improve relations with them a little bit. But there's this weird thing now with, ever since the Dharma patch, these subjects are daimyo. They take on the government type of your government, so they don't cost relationship slots. You can have as many of them as you want. Can you do the same trick in Europe? Absolutely. I mean, a subject is a subject. Now, there's one downside to daimyo, which is that you cannot use your daimyo's claims or cores as a reason to declare offensive wars. So what you normally would do is you'd take a province for yourself and then fabricate adjacent to it. You can't seize provinces from your daimyo, so it makes it tricky. But, and again, this is also possibly part, like, I feel like it's an exploit. Not an exploit, but it's just like an oversight, maybe. You can threaten war for your subjects' claims and cores, but you can't declare war. So what you do is you threaten war when you know that the person will say no, and that forces you into an offensive war. That make sense? So far we've only had to declare one no CB war. We want as many OPMs as possible, so like attacking up here is another good option. This guy's not allied to anybody. This guy's not allied to anybody. The thing is, you want to keep their total war score cost below 50, so you can non-co-belligerent secondary peace vassalize. So we might want to actually, like, no CB Mewar, co-belligerent Jalavad, so that we can then take these two subjects, and this subject. You can always vassalize, as long as they're small enough. Core creation distance doesn't matter. So Cochin just died, there goes one of our 2 wars. Yeah, we're gonna miss out, like, we missed out on a potential subject there. And apparently Vijayanagar's deleting troops, it feels like. The vassal swarm grows. He gets to keep his army. And that button that I clicked, the Japanese button that forces them to have fewer subjects, that does not apply retroactively to these guys. So if you look at like Madurai, his force limit is still 3 because he doesn't have that temporary modifier. So I'm purposely staying at -2 stab because now we can declare no CB wars that are only 1 stab if we want, but we only have we have 2 provinces ourselves, so our own personal stability doesn't really matter at all. Let's stay at peace for a little bit so that our subjects can attack each other, and then we can make them commit Sudoku so we can get to Miltech 4. Force seppuku. Military points, please. First in the world to Miltech 4. Vijayanagar. Unknown Overlord. Who is this Japan guy that's like vassalizing all these people? I don't know. I can't tell who they are. Now, I was trying to imagine, like, what would this be like if a player had done this? If a player had actually done this at the E4 LAN party. Like, what if the Japanese player had suddenly become the ruler of that country, and then they just went ham and just started attacking India like crazy? Like, what could the players in India have actually done about it? And I don't think that they really could have done anything. Well, I'm sure all the players in India would have probably like banded together against him, but... So we get monarch points from our daimyos doing infighting. We get money from all of our subjects giving us their trade power. We get force limit from our subjects. The one drawback to our subjects is we only make like 6 to 15% income from vassals right now. I'd probably want to take influence ideas. We do pick up a lot of war exhaustion from declaring no CB wars. Yeah, you can't do Skudajan Daimyo. Daimyo or Goofy. They're kind of strange. We're also on -3 stab, so let's go up to... But again, being at -3 stab, like the effects of -3 stab are normally unrest in your whole country. We only have 2 provinces, so who cares? Interest per annum, we have no loans. Like, being at -3 stabs, it's not a big deal at all. At what point in this run would you focus on consolidating Japan? Probably never. What's the point? You just conquer the whole world like this. Like, why would you... What's the point in having more land yourself? Like, you don't need it. Was this technique used at the LAN party? No, it was not, but it should have been, because it seems broken as hell. Now, it's about to get more ridiculous, right? Like, sure, you can no CB foothold into India, that's fine. The true exploit is the unknown Overlord part of this. Again, I have right now 38 aggressive expansion with Mewar. He's about to join a coalition, but he doesn't know who I am. And as long as I don't take land in India myself, he'll never know who I am. Therefore, aggressive expansion's not a real thing. Not a mechanic. People used to do stuff like this with, like, tributaries, I think.